Will they be slowed down here, especially after a long break
Extended.
like that?
Yeah, but we're seeing the same stuff out of him. That's still that same triple push, but we're not seeing a double op out of him this round. iBUYPOWER, that is.
So you've got all the. See what we've got. They've actually got 4 players over there now, inside of the A-bomb site now. And Dren's.
Yeah, we saw a lot of this out of them at Face It, just leaving Skadoodle in that banana, looking down with an op, and being able to stack the bomb site because of it.
I think Existence was trying to throw a firebomb there, and he caught the tail end of that smoke there. So Existence, this is what he does. He loves to trying to work over there towards the B-bomb site and get that entry, or at least get a pick.
He's trying to keep him honest, trying to keep maybe 2 people there and keep someone from rotating or rotating back. But iBUYPOWER, just now, Adren's kind of getting sucked back to B, and all of Titan is poised in the A-halls for a nice A execute.
That's a good call there. So now you've got Nitro, who's just waiting to set up. Here comes the smokes and flashes back on board with Nitro. Nitro picks up 1. He has a chance. He does have a CZ. He is completely blind. And they are going to be rotating over there towards that site. AZK inside of the site. He had the chance there. But Adren, he's going to be in that rotation. And there will be 1 player inside of the site. And Apex over there inside of Pit. And it's going to be left up to Skadoodle.
Right, and that's such a good execute by them. Such good trading getting into that pit. It's hard to break that double pit, and they managed to do it. And they're able to delay Skadoodle with this smoke and flashbangs.
So Skadoodle pushes through, and he picks up the 1 there. And the Maniac is going to be inside the site. And so now we're going to be all tied up now at 6 here with Titan and iBUYPOWER.
Yeah, and you gotta say that tactical pause worked out. I mean, they've been looking for that next round for so long. So obviously they figured out how they wanted to do it and found that vulnerability.
All right, so we'll switch back over. We have the off back in the hands of Skadoodle. And they have a full nade, so we'll see another good gun round here between these 2 teams.
I don't know does Titan think that iBUYPOWER is going to be on a save, because Existence and Kenny S only have pistols right now.
Let's take a look at the economy where they're at. So Kenny S and Existence both at 1,000. To start this round, they would have 1,000, roughly 1,300. They even so they ended up spending about $2,600 of what they already had. So they could have done something there. They had 3,800 for Existence and around 3,600 for Kenny S at the start of this round here.
Obviously putting a bigger emphasis on having full nades than maybe the better weaponry.
And that's something that we saw from back in the day from Very Games. They really always used to pay attention more to the smokes and flashes in their nade set than what they really had in their hands. So now we're back here with Skadoodle, trying to hold down this bomb site by himself. Here comes the flashbang. He's going to go ahead and bounce the smoke now. It's just he's going to actually hold on to this fire grenade. Now he's going to loft out and so now they're going to go ahead and start to push in here. And so now he's able to leg 1. They're going to continue to work here towards that site. And Adren just spamming away through the smoke. And there is going to be someone lurking around. Maniac, so maybe it is a call out. Someone has been distinguished, and it is Maniac. As they're going to continue to push around here, but look out. They're still kind of working over there towards the construction side. We'll hop on board here with Maniac, see if he can make something happen yet. And there's going to be 1 still taking his time. The downside to this is that he can allow his teammates to get taken out. And so now they continue there towards the site, and Maniac will pick up those 2 kills.
So effective.
And so now the score is going to be 7-6. So Maniac is lurking in the role.
Yeah, and so patient, not taking that long-range shot when he was coming down that hallway in CT spawn. Waiting until he was closer, got a little bit more information about where everyone was located. And that tactical pause is just doing wonders for Titan right now. And this is really dangerous. This buy for iBUYPOWER is massive, because if they lose this round, they're going to end up losing this first half, the CT defensive half, 6-9. And that's so hard to come back from that.
So we'll look. Smoke down at the end. That may be a well enough smoke where it would be too difficult to even try to get the boost up. And so they're just going to go ahead and fall back. And they could actually gain more ground out of this than what could be expected. But then you have Irik, who's pushed all the way up. Let's go ahead and hop on board with Swag now. Who is closed down at the end of this hall? So there's another smoke there. He's just going to throw out a random grenade, and then he does have a smoke for himself to smoke this area back up now. And Kenny S is boosted over the top, and I don't know. Yep, and he does take out Kenny S there.
I don't know. You know, I didn't know if he even saw him there. He might have just spammed it.
Always a hard one to tell. So AZK picking up the kill there.
Apex getting his typical entry frags. He's doing so good on that wrap side with AZK, but gets taken out by Nitro in the pit.
Ira can take some damage from that HE. That fire grenade will not make an impact here on this round. Skadoodle on the flank. He will pick up both of those.
So really good play, really good recovery by iBUYPOWER after dropping 2 straight, and such a crucial round to win. And now it's going to force Titan for this last round having to buy out. Some of them are going to have pistols. They're not going to be able to do a full buy.
So 7-7 as we head into the final round here of the first half. Of course, as you see that the score is 1-1 right now in terms of map count.
Yeah, and actually, once again, putting the emphasis on the grenades for, you know, being able to pull off some kind of tactic. 4 players with pistols on Titan coming into this really crucial last round for iBUYPOWER.
So now we've got Swag here.
Where do they put Skadoodle? They switched Skadoodle over to the wrap side with his AWP. And Titan's kind of electing they want to come back towards B and push Swag back, because they know he's liking to play close, and they want to be able to, you know, force him to be honest, play more in the bomb site if they can't get that pick.
Yeah, so he's going to fall all the way back. He does have a teammate right there with him, though. That is going to be Skadoodle. AZK working there over inside of mid. He found one trying to push up there. Yeah, so they're going to kind of still slow things up there. And Skadoodle will rotate now towards this area. And they'll go back towards the B bomb site. You've got Swag right here now.
Yeah, and Skadoodle rotated back as well, knowing that they're just waiting for the smoke to disappear. And here come the flashes and the B execute.
So now they're going to start to move over here towards the site. So switch back over to Skadoodle right now. And now you see that Swag has got some good cross here. He's got his teammate with him. And now you've got Kenny S and Iric left alive here. So the bomb is going to work and get the bomb planted here just under that 5-second mark. And so now Skadoodle, there's going to be AZK taking down Iric. Now left up to Kenny S on the backside of the site. They will pick up the round. So it's going to be 8-7. I mean, you can look at it in both ways. You had Titan, they started off with 5 rounds, and so in that term, iBUYPOWER did a good job to bring it back to where they were. But in the reality of it all is they were on the CT side of Inferno, and an 8-7 is just not where you mean, you can still work with it, but it's not where you want to be at all.
Yeah, not at all. And Titan's so happy, and especially because we said, you know, at 5-6, you know, we said 1 more round they're going to be happy, 2 more they're going to be ecstatic, and that tactical pause got them those last 2 rounds that they really needed to have a lot of confidence going into this generally extremely CT-sided map. But we can't forget that iBUYPOWER on the T side of season even just played such a great match with all the trades they're able to do, and they're so effective on things like that when they're taking the bomb site. So. I think Titan's got to, you know, they can't drop too many early rounds, because that's really what hurt iBUYPOWER. You know, you saw how effective they were when they kind of got into the swing of things, but dropping those first 5 rounds the way they did, it just hurt that score line so much.
All right. Heading into the second half of map 3, we're trying to find out who is going to face off against of course, I believe the next the other match between Cloud9 and Denial has finished. And so we'll see who is, whoever wins this will face off against the winner of that matchup. And so right now, Titan and iBUYPOWER are going to be going back and forth here in this 8-7 here as we are on in the pistol round. Take a look at the setup here. Shoulder peeking, that's what Existence does with the smoke. Now he knows. He's going to go ahead and fall back. And that's just enough for him to now just start to toss that smoke there. But the thing is that the bomb carrier is all the way over here.
And once again, we were talking about how iBUYPOWER's doing these fakes and these kind of keeping the bomb on the other side of the map. You know, their 3 players at B have got to be effective if this is going to work at all.
And that's what we did see that from there on Season. But look out, there was some action that happened over there in the side of mid where Swag actually had been taken out. So we're going to see them start to rotate. Now here comes the attack. They're committing all 3 players here. And their main objective right now is to try to get that bomb planted over there inside of A. Now they're going to be wrapping back around. Now it's going to be down to 2 players, Existence and Kenny S. As the bomb is not made its way inside of the site just yet. And so now Adren getting the bomb planted inside of the A bomb site. They still haven't made the attack yet here in Existence now. He's putting it back to a 1-on-2. As Skadoodle is wrapped all the way back around, so Adren waited just a little bit before he decided to push over there inside the site because he was waiting on Skadoodle to kind of make a little bit of headway there.
Yeah, also clearing out the site in Existence coming in, and he's going to get taken out by Adren. But Adren spent a lot of time clearing out the site, just being very cautious, making sure that everyone had fully rotated out of the site before making that play. And really good execution. Good trade by Swag in the early portion of the round. They're a good opening kill, and then Kenny S trading him out. But the effectiveness of that B hit really sold that very well.
Like you mentioned, whenever you're going to try to get that to attack over there towards the, or you're going to do some type of split where you're trying to draw in the direct distraction, you're trying to draw in the fake, especially when you have 4 players or three players over there trying to be that distraction, you need to get the frags. And that's what they did. They caused, that's how you truly sell a fake, right. Is whenever you get the frags, because you're forcing their hand there. And so now we've got Apex.
And once again, Titan kind of changing up how they play these eco runs compared to the current meta, upgrading their pistols, but not getting that armor, not willing to invest that much money into the second round.
So now we've got Apex, who's inside of the bedroom. We have Existence, who's pushing back over here. They're really stacking up over here towards the B bomb site. They've got to the point where they've seen some corners. Think that, yeah, so Skadoodle has spotted 1 player here, and he loses the bomb as well. So they know exactly where the bomb's at, but look at this cross here as Nitro says, all right, come at it. As he picked up 2 as they tried to run away. And so now you've got Maniac. So that call out was made, and Titan shifted quickly there to respond, and they were it impacted him pretty greatly there.
Right, and just Nitro getting those 2 kills. Once that bomb was spotted, Titan kind of trying to push out, and Nitro just picking him up and really just kind of putting the nail in the coffin for this eco.
So Maniac just looking to see if he can find any weapons that are laying on the ground anywhere, and he'll get dropped there by AZK. And here comes iBUYPOWER. They're going to clean out the bomb site, saying there must be some good CZs in here.
Right.
And so they picked themselves up with some $500 pistols, and all 5 of them now have their own CZs. Or make that 4. Skadoodle just has a Glock now. All right, so we're going to see another save round. Of course, they lost the pistol and they lost the following round, so we'll see another one here. Downside of being losing the pistol on the CT side.
And Apex actually has a pop flash ready for his teammates in mid. He's the only one with grenades. He has 1 grenade and 1 flashbang, and I think when
Hey, this is that boost that you're talking about. Sorry about that.
Oh, no worries. Behind the fountain?
Yep, behind the fountain. There we go. He's saying, no, really, it needs you right here.
Right when Kenny S and Maniac hear people, is this pop flash is coming, and now they're going to swing out. But great defense by Adren and AZK. AZK actually picking up 2 kills.
I like the boost, but of course that action happens over on the other side. And in similar fashion, iBUYPOWER, even though they picked up those kills, they still don't just push into the site right away. They want to make sure that they kind of clear things out a little bit. They're still acting as if there are players over in this location.
Yeah, and both these teams have a very the very cautious, slow-paced style where they're You know, they're going to make sure they're clearing out all the corners and make sure there's nothing tricky going on before they really commit to a bomb site, especially on the anti-ecos.
So Existence caught it over here in Cubby. And he is being shot from so many different directions. So he'll get taken out 7-11 right now. So iBUYPOWER, we're about to see our first real gun round. So we'll hop on board with one of my favorite oppers, being Kenny S.
And he could have a big impact early on. You know, Skidoo doesn't have his op. Oh, actually he does. He actually traded it out. He had a Galil and he decides to just drop the Galil and upgrade.
So let's take a look and see what he can do here. Got their 3-player stack over here. Same type of setup that we've seen from Titan. They're in their matchup against Fnatic, where they had initially 3 players over there towards the B-bomb site. And Kenny S now has a little bit more control over here. He's just watching up top, so Kenny S has found a pretty good angle there.
I think he saw Nitro's gun as he jumped up. And then really just Swag having complete control of halls lets him feel pretty comfortable coming up mid like this.
There, so that's going to fall. Irik is going to go ahead and wrap back around there to help things out there. And Adren peeks out. Now it's going to be down to this 3-on-3. Maniac inside of Pit. Making things happen now.
And there's those trades. You know, the first 2 frags were traded out so well by iBUYPOWER, and then at some point Maniac just had to stop it from happening, and it's forcing iBUYPOWER to come back to B pretty quick and making all the noise and throwing smokes to cut off spools and spawn, and Skadoodle leading with his op.
And Skadoodle will get taken out. There's going to be Kenny S right now. He did spot the last member here for iBUYPOWER, being Adren. Adren completely blind. And so he's going to hold this angle. He has 15 seconds left here in the round. He does have the bomb, and he will get picked off there by Kenny S. And so now the score is going to be 11-8.
Yeah, and once again, just really, really nice play. Like I'm saying, like iBUYPOWER is going to be focusing on these trades, and just at the end there, they weren't able to pull it out with Maniac, who we saw against Fnatic. You know, we're saying there's so many allusions to that matchup because of how the triple push out B and the rotate back is so similar, and that's how Titan's choosing to play this. But also Maniac in that pit is just he's such a rock.
So we're going to see the setup now. Still on board with Kenny S. As now we see that boost. And so he peeks out there. That was Nitro who was making some shots there. Now they're going to go ahead and re-smoke that area. Kenny S, he liked that position before. He's probably going to swing into that angle now.
And once again, just Dren and Swag just taking control of this halls, getting that map control on that side of the map, on that in those A halls, as they're going to be working up mid.
Nade coming out there.
Titan's playing this a little bit more passively though. They're not actually contesting up in those brackets.
So we'll look at the setup here. That's Apex that pushed out for just a moment. He's going to fall back. He does spot Swag. Swag low on health, but he can't finish it.
And they both exchange a lot of damage there, getting that instant dink onto Swag, but not able to control the recoil enough, getting spammed by AK bullets through the floor.
Now Existence, he had a couple players to worry about, and actually he drew his teammates over there, and they get caught in the rotation. And so now you've got Kenny S, who's been spotted there. So he's going to go ahead and fall back and regroup with his teammate. But the action's happening over here towards B. I apologize, towards A. And so now they're going to go ahead and hold on to these weapons now.
And it's an immediate save call from Existence, just telling Kenny not even to go for it. And just beautiful execution by iBUYPOWER, finding that pick on wrap side Yorick, and being able to wrap that bomb site, trapping those 2 players in pit. And now we're seeing Titan not being able to string some rounds together. So remember how much of an impact that was having on iBUYPOWER in the opening maps, not able to get more than 1 round at a time. And it's going to force them on to another, really low buy.
Especially after winning the round and then immediately losing. So that's going to go ahead and break that bonus that they were gathering. So now you can see how low they are on money. So you got 2350 for one player. Eirik, who has $1,500. He will get a FAMAS from one of his teammates. And really, that just shows how devastated they are in the economy for a moment.
And their economy is so weak that this is such a crucial round. If iBUYPOWER wins this, they get to 13, and it forces Titan onto a save, which, you know, assuming they win, it brings them up to 14. But Kenny S gets that early pick on Nitro, trying to run up the pillars.
Great move by Kenny S. Nitro taking a gamble there. So now they can rely on Kenny S to hold this area down. So we'll soon see Eirik kind of bounce out of there. He's just trying to show some presence there for a moment. And then he's going to go ahead and head back over there towards the A-bomb site. They're going to go ahead and exchange. Now Existence is going to show some presence there by lofting out another smoke grenade. So let's go ahead and switch over here and see where we got. And now we can see that they're setting up to be able to hit over here towards the bomb site, as we can take a look there. Smoke's coming in, smoking off the pit. Now they're going to go ahead and start to execute. As Swag, he has been smoked off for a second there as they try to push in, and Existence right there on the rotate. He's holding down towards CT Archers, picks up 3 with the AK, and Apex will pick up the other one. And so a very much needed round for Titan, and they come out successful, being able to shut down that one, so they will be fine going into this next one. I think they only lost 2 players in that round. And so that was Eirik and Maniac who had fallen. And so they really don't lose too much, but they are pretty low still. You can see that have a couple players overall kind of at that $1,000 mark. The only player that's really down and out on the economy who's been zeroed out is Eirik.
Right, and I like this switch up, putting Kenny back in A, because he's been playing a lot in B behind those smokes, and being that impact fragger, having that op, you know, he's their big star player. It almost seems like he's trapped at B, just hanging out behind smokes.
And this is going to be a CZ save here for iBUYPOWER. Kenny S, he's going to be able to pick up one. He's got one to worry about over there towards the CT arch. He's got another one. He's kind of cornered out. He doesn't know that the other player has started to rotate, so now he's got some help. Both of his teammates have joined up with him, and they're going to work their way back over there. The bomb has not been planted yet, and so now Existence is right there. They're still working. They have the bomb, but they have not tried to plant it just yet. They're still challenging here against, and that's going to be a nice pick there by Kenny S, as Kenny S has spotted one there inside of the apartments. And he does have his teammate. That is Eirik. Eirik's been playing so well here for Titan here at this tournament, and he will get that first kill there. And he can provide, Kenny S can provide some cover here. As he spotted him from above, and there goes Adrin, but he will get the defuse. But then coming back around, Adrin will get the kill there. Now there was an op, and he does pick it up, so he'll hold on to this one. Let's see if he ends up dropping it for a teammate.
And we saw this against Fnatic too. Titan really gets caught off guard sometimes by these tempo switches by these teams. And you see iBUYPOWER playing it slow and playing it really measured and conservative to begin with for this entire half, and then they get on an eco and they just, you know, turn up the tempo and just get out halls and busts and get really aggressive. And the Titan players almost like just aren't prepared for it, and they just get overrun. So I mean, really good job squeaking out with that round, but that was such a close call.
Yeah, a lot of competition, you can speak about anything, is really, every game has a rhythm to it. And once you start to change or mess with the rhythm of a game, it can really make an impact for those that aren't ready. You could just become so accustomed to the tempo of it. And so from there, we've seen just a little bit of a change there. Now they're going to be a little bit more different, though, towards anticipating something like that. So now, looking at the action, you still have Maniac. You've got 4 players that are over here in this area. And the bomb is actually going to be heading over here. So we'll switch over here to Existence. Still shoulder peeking. He's got a flashbang this time, though. And so now he's got his smoke. And there's 35 seconds right there. So it's going to take right around that 26 second mark when that smoke will start to fade. And he has another flashbang to delay them a little bit longer than that. Of course, he's trying to maybe relying on this to bounce and flash behind him. So he's got, here comes that 16 second mark. They're going to go ahead and start to push in here. And Existence has been spotted. He will get taken out there. Kenny S from afar. There is a player inside the site. They will clear it out. And now it's going to be down to a 4-on-3. And Skadoodle just barely hanging on to 4 HP right now.
And it looks like Titan's already calling a save. Apex is in T-spawn, and everyone's just kind of falling away, so they're not even going to go for this retake. And, you know, it was a great call by to double stack that site so late in the round, understanding what the clock was winding down. But they didn't set up a crossfire. You know, they had Existence playing at that orange's position, and they had the other player at the triple, the new box. And, you know, they didn't cause any confusion on entering the bomb site. It was just, you know, one pick and the second pick. And, you know, if he stays at spools and you have the 2 different angles of attack, so much more effective, I think.
We have it right now 13-10. A 3-round lead here in favor of iBUYPOWER. This is the 3rd and final map. Whoever wins this will have to face off against the winner between Cloud9 and Denial. That has ended. And I'll hold on to that nugget until we get to that game. So right now, Kenny S getting that pick. That was over in alt mid. We've seen them try to make that attempt multiple times.
And it was great coordination from Apex, who actually threw that flash from the right side of that middle, that CT middle, and blinded that opponent for Kenny S to basically just get a free kill.
All right, so now you've got Existence right here on the corner. He has a P250. His teammate that's with him is also got a P250, but there is one more player that is over in this site. That is going to be, yes, we'll just hop into the action and we'll go ahead and figure it out from there. So Iric and Existence just going to town. It's going to be leaving it up to Adrin, down to a 1-on-3. And so that's going to bring it around for Apex to be able to pick up the kill there. They hold down that, utilizing the crossfire, 13-11.
And such a good read, immediately getting that pick. Kenny S just leaving A completely and coming over and second a third. And you know, he still gets picked and gets killed, but thinking that there's probably only going to be 2 there, you know, they don't realize that they have another player just hiding in that cubby. And such a good crossfire getting them stuck in that choke point.
All right, so again, like I mentioned, 13-11. Let's see if we can see the pick here by Kenny S. Skadoodle is just right there on the on the mid ramp. And so giving that cover there, Apex is going to be able to push up. He's taking some damage and barely missing, but he does catch the leg from Skadoodle. And that nade rains in and takes out the rest of him.
I like this. They got Kenny S outside of Banana, and immediately these last few rounds, we're seeing such an impact from him on these rounds and helping them come back and get closer to evening out this score. But he was kind of trapped and not having as much of an impact, and now they made that change. Such a big player to put in positions to make plays for you.
All right, so now they got that first kill there on to iBUYPOWER. They've got this thing set up here. Take a look at how the entry is here. We'll go back to Kenny S right now because he's just pushing up and he's been so effective now. There's the flashbang coming out there. Picks up the first one. So now they've got a couple more players there. There's going to be one. There's going to be a Drin right there with him. Kenny S just inside the site. He's picked up 3 so far in the round. He's looking for another one. Finally, Nitro will end that streak. And now it's going to be left up to Swag, who is over there in the B-bomb side. And Existence is still staying over there. And so now the score is going to be 13-12.
Such a nice lurk by Swag, actually, hiding in the smoke that was cutting off that B-bomb site. But Existence not seeing the bomb on radar, not hearing any call from his teammate, just too smart to rotate too early.
So 13-12. So iBUYPOWER, you've got 3 CZs and a P250 right now. So we'll see what we have right now. Apex getting the first kill right there. So now you've got Nitro inside of mid there. And Maniac just headshotting him there from pit, saying it's too easy.
Yeah, and he's not going to forget that the last eco round they actually, you know, just busted out there and took care of that A defense, but he's not going to let it happen again.
Apex over here. They also have Kenny S, so look at this. You can see the cross between these two.
And Titan's playing this so smart, not trying to get overly aggressive. They don't have to. Just play the range of their rifles, and these iBUYPOWER players are just kind of waiting for someone to push somewhere to try and get any information, but just staying so far back and so secure in their positions.
And there you go. Apex has spotted one. Now they're going to push out. Skadoodle thinks, hey, I might have a chance. And they'll try to work their way out. But again, there's 3 players watching all in that same area. And so we are all tied up at 13 right now.
And here's a tactical pause for iBUYPOWER, and they need it. They need to find some way to neutralize Kenny S, because him getting put in A and coming back into this game with a force, he's causing so many issues for how they want to execute.
All right, so our current situation, we're going to, for the rest of tonight, what we have here on ESEA TV, we've got this, of course, the conclusion of this best of 3 between iBUYPOWER and Titan. Then we have the loser bracket finals. I apologize. At that point, it is the loser semifinals. Basically, we're almost done with the losers. It would be the winner between Cloud9 and Denial. I still know who that is, and I will mention at the end of the stream or at the end of this game. So whoever wins that whoever won that will face off against the winner of this game. And then later tonight, we will then see the winner bracket finals between Fnatic and Virtus Pro. So still a lot of good Counter-Strike to go, but it is getting already pretty late at this point in time.
Right, but I mean, how many good Counter-Strike matches have we seen? Not even just maps, just entire best of 3s. We've seen overtimes, we've seen triple overtimes, double overtimes. We've seen upsets. We've seen teams we didn't expect to be playing this well. You know, iBUYPOWER, one of them. People were really questioning after that collapse at DreamHack Winter how effective they were going to be coming into this, and they're taking some of the best teams in the world. You know, Virtus Pro yesterday and now Titan, and they're giving them a run for their money. And this match is so close, and now, I mean, they're trying to talk over some way to find a gap in this defense right now.
And we've had every best of 3 that has happened on this stream has gone into its 3rd and final map.
I got lucky. I had a 2-map series earlier. You haven't had any rest.
I have not had I haven't had any chance to rest. So I basically am in an hour and a half from now, I will have been casting for 12 hours straight. That's including 5 to 10 minute breaks. But so I've been going nonstop for a while. So here we are in 13 to 13 between iBUYPOWER and Titan. So it's been a while.
And I'm trying to think of what adjustment iBUYPOWER is going to make, and I would point to, I don't know how many of the matches, how they know some of like the Fnatic, how Fnatic was able to turn up that tempo, but I wonder if they're going to recognize that aggressive, very fast eco round, how successful that was, might be the key to a gun round as well. Or if maybe they're just going to rely on Skadoodle to find a way to outpick Kenny S, because Kenny's been getting aggressive down middle. He's been peeking down middle lately. You know, that pop flash and peek into ult was so effective. If they can put Skadoodle in a position, kind of try and estimate where Kenny S is going to be aggressive from, or maybe even just realize that he's an A now instead of B. I mean, there's so many options open to him.
Well, at the same token, I mean, you can quickly see the counter to that, though. At the same time, while iBUYPOWER has this timeout, this tactical timeout, you'll also see that Titan has this same opportunity to really analyze what's been happening, too.
Right.
So, you know, really we're talking about the difference of, okay, they've won numerous rounds in a row, so we're trying to end that streak somehow, and sometimes you try to end it with a timeout. Of course, it helps you, you know, it empowers you by analyzing from your side, but at the same token,
you're giving your
the
opponents
other team is doing the exact same thing right now.
Right.
And as you know, they're talking about some of the things that are really working. So you'd mentioned, the fact is, again, Kenny S in the beginning of this second half, he was watching over there towards Banana. Mm-hmm. And then after that, he's been shifted over to watch inside of mid with that op. And he's been very effective over there. So one of the things that we talk about time and time again that I'm a huge fan of is showing the offense multiple looks from the defense.
Right.
And whenever if you can never really anticipate angles and what types of players, because think about it, whenever you kind of bunker down and you have the same people playing the exact same positions, you know exactly, you can start to anticipate where they traditionally play. It's not the fact that these players will play every single possible position in a site. They usually play one or probably two or three in a site.
Yep.
So from there, you can quickly, you know what angles to check while you enter in those bomb sites. But whenever you put a new player into that situation, not only are you putting the player in there, but you also change the style of the player. You change the possible position of the player. And so now, looks like we are ready to go. And we are all tied up. 13-13, third map here on Inferno. Whoever loses this will go home. Is it iBUYPOWER or Titan who will face off against the winner of Cloud9 or Denial? So now you've got, let's go ahead and hop on board now. You've got Kenny S who's going to approach it from watching from the other side, and he's going to allow Apex to be watching from the CT Arch side.
Right, and he showed that look earlier, and he had he got a great entry pick on someone coming halls, and he's actually going to come and double up with his teammate. Who is this in bedroom?
That's that Maniac. Yeah, so Maniac has been playing over here towards bedroom. He's set up. We usually see this during the eco rounds for Titan on the CT side, where he'll get into the bedroom area. So now he's kind of set up. There's that flashbang. Don't know if he made a noise there. He still has his teammate, like you mentioned, right there. That is Kenny S. But the difference here is that he is not watching that angle. So Kenny S is getting into a worse and worse situation there. Maniac is going to probably chase after that kill, but he will get taken down by Swag. Now they're going to push in. That puts Kenny S into a really, really bad position. But there is still Apex inside of the site. He does pick up 2. And so now you've got 3-on-2 right now. A Nitro is just around the corner here on Iric. Iric is going to fall there to Nitro. And so now it's going to be left up to Existence. We can kind of analyze what happened there as Existence. He's going to go ahead and save this AK. I mean, where was the breakdown there?
That was actually a perfect setup from Titan, especially because, Adren actually jumped up, and through the X-ray you could see he didn't clear that bedroom. He just kind of came out, and Swag came up those stairs, and he had the bomb. So if Maniac gets that kill, and they have the bomb down in the halls with an AWP looking one way and a Colton bedroom, and iBUYPOWER's in so much trouble, and just, I think he just kind of took that. That's a really narrow angle, and if you don't get hit the head, you kind of give away your position, and wasn't able to get that kill. And Swag with just a fantastic flick 180 to pick it up. But I mean, it was just tactically, it was perfect, and you see the effect of these pauses these teams are taking for strategic reasons.
Well, and there was something that was happening, though, at the same time that you had 4 players. I agree with the bomb factor. You have 4 players coming up here, and you have an AWP that's up here in the top corner that is going to have to try to pick up these kills right here. And that's going to be extremely difficult.
Right, but he didn't have to fall out of those halls until Maniac died.
Good point. No,
that the Maniac really just threw him for a loop.
He didn't necessarily have to fall back off into the pit. He could have fallen back into the apartment.
Maniac gets that kill and has the bomb down, and they play that. Kenny S plays that completely different.
So we have taking a look at the setup here. Kenny S and Apex over there towards the CT Arch side. You've got Maniac who's just watching up here on top of the balcony. And you have Iric and Existence who are over there inside of B. 14-13.
And you said you don't like these multiple looks. Iric giving them another one with the auto sniper over at B, holding a really shallow angle from that cubby.
We'll see if that will become a factor later on in this round.
Yeah, I think it will. They're actually rotating back to B. They threw a little bit of a mid fake, but no one, not Existence and Iric, are still at B, just patiently waiting.
So Kenny S, he's going to fall back. Switch back over here to Iric with the auto sniper. Here they come, as we'll see. And here goes the tap with the auto snipe. He's picked up 2, looking for his 3rd one. Now we see the rotate happen here. And so you've got one player that's going to be inside the side. Apex has picked up 2, one of which was a headshot through the smoke. 4 seconds left here in the round. That's going to be Swag. He's going to try to rotate away. And he does pick up Maniac, who is on the flank. So he will stay alive here with the AK. And they pick up that auto sniper again and drop it back into the hands of Iric. 14-14. Wow.
Yeah, this is amazing. This is coming out of the wire. That auto sniper is so effective over there, getting those first 2 kills, allowing some rotates. And just Apex, great play. That first kill and then just that USP through the smoke is just beautiful.
All right. So take a look here at the setup that we have here.
And iBUYPOWER buying up, going for the win here.
Take a look at the setup that we have right now. You've got Existence and Irix still both over here. You've got Kenny S right here. Now, you mentioned these are the two. Now, so let's go ahead and switch over here to Skadoodle, where he was able to get that pick. That was on to Kenny S inside of mid. So that op has fallen. And so now there's going to be that allows Apex. He was going to cross over and he's going to regroup with his teammate. But back over here, Irix has his auto snipe. And he's going to tap away, takes out one, going to fall back now. Adrin actually picked up the op there. I believe that op was the op from Kenny S. And a nice headshot by Irix. And so, yep, that is Kenny S's AWP. Let's switch back over here to Maniac. Maniac, let's be just right here. He has his teammate just below him. The plan of attack is to hit over here towards this A side. Now you're going to see them push out of the bomb or out of the balcony. And that's going to be AZK up top. And Maniac able to pick up one. Apex going to be right there. And now it's going to be down to a 1-on-2. Adren picking up the bomb, pushing right into the site. He will get the bomb planted. You have Irix. Don't forget, he has that auto sniper. And Existence with the AK. Trying to watch here to get this entry. He spotted him as he crossed there. Now he knows that there's one player there. Misses that op shot, but he's in a tough spot. Almost gets the double there. They both almost line up there for him. And so he tries to line him up again,
oh, no.
And he just did not have the ammo. And so they'll get the defuse here. And so Irix is going to be on the look for that AWP. I believe it should be right there. That's
for Kenny S.
Yeah, trying to decide. Kenny, do you want it? All right, got it.
When's Kenny going to say no to that? And just once again, just great trades by iBUYPOWER to get into that bomb site. And you know, Skadoodle, you know, out-dueling Kenny S even with just an AK, but that new look that they're coming up with, that op auto sniper combination, Irix just coming up so big for his team over and over again in this tournament.
So now you've got iBUYPOWER buying whatever they can. They've got a full nade set, full head armor, and CZs and 2 Galils. And so we're again 15-14. Here comes, remember, that change in the tempo that we talked about before. And Apex is going to be the one that sets the tempo here. He pushed up inside of mid. He had the cover there from Kenny S, and they were able to get that kill. So now, if it wasn't tough already, they've made it even more difficult here for iBUYPOWER.
Right, and they still, you know, you got this bomb is still off on its own. It almost seemed like they wanted to do another kind of mini fake that they've been running a couple times in these last few maps. But now it just looks like they're going to completely reposition back to A.
We'll see how they haven't really pushed back out yet. Nitro's holding this angle right now. Sees that it's still smoked. They're all still just kind of holding their points. We'll stay over here with Nitro for just a little bit longer. That's Kenny, or I apologize, Existence, who's over there. And there will be another smoke that is just going to fall right in there. It's going to delay this even further. This is going to come down to the last seconds of the round. And they will be heading over here towards the bomb site. It looks like they're just going to decide to push through the smoke. And that's typically what you don't want to do. They're going to go ahead and try to be able to get that bomb down as they're going to push in towards the site. Irix in the back. He's just going to keep tapping away there. There goes 2 kills, quit 2 to even this one back up. Skadoodle able to pick up one. Now it's going to be left up to Kenny S. Kenny S, he spotted one. That's going to be Nitro. Nitro picking up the kill. Here we have it. We've got Maniac going to be rotating back around. It's going to be down to this 1-on-3. Can Maniac end it now? He's narrowed it down to 2. As he's got one player there in the back of the site. Here comes the nade. It's going to cause a little bit of damage, but not a lot. Bomb going to be ticking away. We could be going into an overtime. We're just here in just a moment away. Now they know where at least one of the players are. I believe he might know where both of them are. And so he tries to draw out the gunfire. And so iBUYPOWER, they push it into an overtime.
Another overtime. What a miracle round from iBUYPOWER. Taking out that auto sniper in the back. Not able to, you know, Irix not able to connect on any of those shots. And just so amazing.
So this is a tournament's nightmare in terms of trying to schedule things. So, you know, you try to schedule it with the idea that maybe you can play 2.5 maps every set, not 3.5 maps every set.
Oh, this is unbelievable. What a play.
But this is what we dream of for, I said it, you know, we're not at 6 o'clock in the morning yet, so we don't have to worry about that. It's okay to still be in overtimes. Especially since we're watching some really great Counter-Strike.
Yeah, and iBUYPOWER playing so well, and you know, we talk about the change of pace that Titan was vulnerable to, but instead of, you know, they had their own tricks up their sleeve, coming out with that auto sniper, switching Kenny S from B to A. Both those things made such a huge impact in the later stages of the second half when they were down 13-10, I think 13-11, carried them back to a match point, an entire series point. And just the most unlikeliest of scenarios with CZs and Galils, they pull it out, even being 4-on-5, a man down.
Well, let's take this time here while we're waiting to kick off the overtime. A special thanks to the sponsors, Alienware, BenQ, and Zowie. Of course, you also, if you haven't done it yet, you know, I've told you this like 15 times. Of course, you may be just joining us. Nice to meet you. It's good to see you. Of course, you can give a quick follow over there on Twitter. That's at ESEA.net. Also, like the Facebook page. And that's at ESEA.net. And then also over there, you can subscribe to Go ESEA on YouTube. We've been using the hashtag ESEALAN. You can do the same so we can find out, you know, follow, see your tweets that are out there, and just make sure if you haven't done it yet. We've been waiting for a long time. I mean, think about the time frame that we've had as we see a lot of teams trying to set their teams up for Season 18. Well, if you haven't done it, register now. It's open, and you can head over to ESEA.net/league. And there's a lot of special things that have been happening. Of course, your traditional ESEA Premium to be able to play in those ESEA Pugs, those matchmaking elements. But also the ESEA Insider and getting the chance to play with a lot of the pros that are out there. And, of course, not only getting to play with the pros, but even asking those question and answers. Those are those nice little elements. You can those thoughts that are in the back of your head, like, hey, is it smarter to not buy armor in anything in the beginning of the game? I don't know. You can think of anything. It's just you can ask all of the random crazy questions that you want to these pro players whenever you have ESEA Insider. So. Just a really good element there. And, of course, we are in our third and final map of this best of three.
It's so fitting that it goes into overtime. You're getting all the good matches.
Yeah, it's typically the way it works. You know, I tell this to my co-casters quite a bit. I haven't told you this yet. Okay. Overtimes is a curse of mine.
I'm beginning to learn through experience.
Remember, so far we've had triple overtimes and a couple single overtimes. Can we go for the cycle and get a double overtime in here and then maybe a quad later?
I mean, we can.
It doesn't matter to me anymore. I've already gone crazy, so. I might take a break for the next one.
No.
So everyone that's been out there,
go for the
man, this
record.
guy is just, I can't wait until he hops off the stream. So there you go. I can step off. I will get a breather.
Just waiting now. Not sure. Just waiting for admin confirmation on what's happening.
I just saw Skadoodle just come back here.
Okay.
Yep, I'm having fun with my waiting for this this night. It's an 11-hour night I have ahead of me. So there's a lot of others that are out there, and all the people. One of the things I love about it too is the con scene has been watching CS:GO a lot lately, and there is a true respect from a lot of course the professional gamers for COD. I know that for a fact. From the Call of Duty community as a whole, I think that they're starting to see what CS:GO really has to offer, and that actually might change. It's would be interesting to hear if CS:GO can change the strategy, the meta game that happens in other games as well. Probably not with Call of Duty Advanced Warfare because that game is completely different.
But no jetpacks in this
game. No exo.
It was really cool at DreamHack. I saw even a lot of StarCraft players were talking about how they were watching the Counter-Strike finals and how cool it was, and just that's such an intense matchup over there. Just kind of brought together a lot of different communities.
Do you even sleep, bro? I got home, so most of you don't know, while we're waiting here for the overtime to start up, I live in Dallas. So I decide, it's usually a good idea But I go home and I spend time with the wife, newly married now, 4 months. Hey,
congratulations!
I didn't tell the stream. Probably you saw me playing with my rain the whole damn time. Yeah, so I usually go home because I like the feel of my own bed and not a hotel room. With all of that being said, I got home at 2:30 and ended up going to bed about 3, and then had to leave at 8 a.m. to be here. Yeah, it's
so you don't sleep; you just kind of nap.
Yeah, that's what it was. So yeah, they're still trying to fix the server side now, since they took a little bit to start the overtime. So as Kenny S quick, he just makes the jump with ease. He's like, yeah, to do. Yeah, I've seen people just kind of, you know,
it's his own private surf map.
We saw him over there on the lamppost jumping from balcony. So let's see here. All right. I got a poster, the tweet that says, "You are practicing your no sleep status for the future, baby." Am I right?
Here we go, live with overtime.
All right, so there we go. You don't have to hear with me bantering anymore. So we're going to be heading here into the overtime, 15-15. This is the third map of this best of 3. So whoever wins this will continue in the tournament. Whoever loses this will be sent home. So we'll see. So right now you've got Kenny S, who remember from the first half or first part of the second half, he was playing over there towards the B-bomb site, and this time he starts over there towards that site.
Yeah, and he's just holding an angle, and they're keeping 3 people here pretty long at B. So maybe they're thinking that iBUYPOWER is going to change something up, but iBUYPOWER is not even in middle. They just have a lot of people in the alt mid, kind of pushing towards halls to take over that side of the map. And still, you know, we talked about how Titan, even from Fnatic earlier, hasn't changed up their strat. The 3 people towards B and rotate 1 back to A, and they're keeping 3. And just finally, 45 seconds into the round, rotating that 3rd person over to A.
All right, so now you've got Apex that's right around the corner here, inside of the site, right underneath the porch there. They have not hit over here towards the A-bomb site yet. They're with Kenny S. They have 1 player that's trying to work their way up through the apartments. So switch back to Kenny S. And they're going to go ahead and push. Nice pick there by Kenny S on the swag. Going to be rotating around towards the CTR side by brackets now. So now there's going to be a possible pick, and so now you've got Skadoodle that's going to be chasing after Kenny S with a nice shot onto Skadoodle. Almost makes another ridiculous shot, but he will get taken out there. So here comes the rotate. Bomb is going to get planted. There is 1 player in pit, and so a touchdown. They're on to Maniac. So now we've got Iric and Existence left alive here. They're both playing inside of the site, and I don't know if they know that they're both in the site or not. And pushing over the top, and Nitro controls the spray, and iBUYPOWER picks up the round. So they pick up the first one here in this overtime. If this is your first overtime, that must mean you haven't been watching this main stream here on twitch.tv ESEA. But the way that it works is it's max round 6, so you play 3 rounds on both sides, so it's the first to 4. And so right now we've got iBUYPOWER winning the first round, and of course you start off with $10,000.
Right, and even Kenny has come for that alt peek again. Didn't get it this time. He actually went glass cannon up, and this is dangerous because if they lose a second round, they're going to have so little money for this 3rd round of the overtime.
Well, they know how much more impactful it would be if they lost this round regardless.
Right. I guess, yeah, money is the least of your worries when you lose.
When you have only 3 rounds to really make a difference, you want to at least win 2 out of the 3 on the CT side.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
All right. Got one.
Attaboy.
As going to start to push up here, you've got Kenny S, who's backpedaling, but he has his teammate right there, Apex. Let's switch back over here to Kenny S for a brief moment. Now back over here with Apex. Trying to see where the action's happening. Kenny S still trying to hold these angles. They have not pushed through yet. And neither have they rotated. Kenny S taking down Adren, but the action is going to be pulled back over. There's probably going to be Swag that's going to hold this a little bit longer, but Existence has not rotated yet. And actually, in fact, Apex has started to be on that quick rotate over there towards the B side. And so now they're going to lock down over here. 28 seconds left here in the round. They're going to go ahead and try to push through, and they picked up multiple there, and now it's going to be left up to AZK. As he has 4 players to worry about spots. 1 sprays down 1. And 14 seconds left to go. Now he's going to get dropped there by Kenny S. And so that op ends up paying off in the end.
Yes, it does.
So now it's tied up at 16, or 1 round apiece here in the overtime.
And such good play by Kenny. You can't say it enough. He's just playing so well, so much impact on this match right now. And then once again, we're seeing Titans not necessarily stacking that A bomb site anymore. They're leaving 2 at B. You know, maybe realizing that iBUYPOWER likes to fall back to that B bomb site and keeping 2 there for the later stages of the round to defend against that.
So they're going to be taking that op over there towards Banana there for Kenny S. The op, though, is in the hands of Skadoodle, who's watching inside of mid right now. And you can take a look. He was hopping up on top of the car. They've got 3 players who are stacked over here. And now they're going to get right around that 60-second mark. They switch it out and say, okay, Existence, I'll see you later. So they're just going to go ahead and continue to smoke. He has his own smoke. He'll smoke this up here in a little bit. They have pushed up, though, being iBUYPOWER, to the point where they have already made it past that main choke point inside of mid, and they're going to go ahead and give it away, though.
Yeah, and Skadoodle with Zoff, iBUYPOWER likes to let him entry frag for him sometimes with the Zoff. You know, he can peek some weird angles for him. And going to see if they're going to let him spearhead this attack, and it looks like he's going to be peeking this lane and balcony side. Apex is just waiting at truck.
Nice shot by Skadoodle, getting that entry, and now they're going to go ahead and rotate back around. Kenny S going to be right there as well. They're clearing out the site. Already, look at you have Swag and Adren who've made things happen, and the player that they left over there inside of B was Existence, and now he's going to come all the way back around here. So flashbang over the top. He's going to go ahead and try to head over here through the library. They know exactly where he's at, and they pick up the round 17-16. So the magic number that we're looking for is 19. So 19 is that point for one of these teams. So we could have either A, Titan win 3 consecutive rounds in a row here, or all 3 rounds, or we can see iBUYPOWER win just 2.
And that was just such a good overtime half. And you know, you didn't even need to trade. They just like kind of, you know, they struggled on their terrorist half on some of these defenses. It looked like in overtime they, you know, rather than getting discouraged, like they just stuck with it mentally, and they just got all the kills. You know, I think only losing 1 player on that A entrance into that bomb site, and just such strong entrance from iBUYPOWER.
So now we're waiting for the admins. Let's go. Come on. Again, what are some of the things? Never mind. I don't even want to get into it anymore.
Okay.
Whew. So let's kind of analyze. I mean, really, what we saw there at the end, they did a great job on the entry. When they pushed through, they worked all together, which forced them to have to watch so many different angles all together. And so,
right. And the issue is, you know, Kenny S being such a strong player, there's just some things he can't do. And when both your rifles fall without getting a lot of kills, it really, you know, they're able to get close to that sniper and kind of remove how powerful Kenny S is when he's being swarmed from so many locations. And it was just a great execute from iBUYPOWER.
All right, so that's going to bring us into the second half of the overtime. Again, that magic number is going to be 19. So we've got, again, starting off at that 10K mark now. And we'll see where, first we'll start off see where Skadoodle takes that off. It's going to head over there towards Banana. Now let's take a look and see where Kenny S will take that off. He's going to take it over there towards alt mid to watch window. And he's actually just going to move rapidly. And Maniac doing what he does best, hopping quickly into the balcony to get that apartment control. He must have done a little bit of research here, Because again, AZK and Nitro usually watch this bomb site by themselves at the start of the round, and that's where they're headed. But we can see that Swag is pushed all the way up right now, and he has some cover fire there by Skadoodle, who now is going to back away. So we'll see the re-smoke at the end there. And so you've got AZK trying to find his farthest point that he can. He's just waiting to see if there's any smokes there. Or may apologize, any flashbangs that kind of come through here.
And much like Skadoodle, they actually have Kenny S entry fragging on that lane position. Not finding anything though. iBUYPOWER not giving them anything. Now that the smoke cleared at the end of Banana, they're going to start heading back towards B.
Well, they saw the other smoke that was right there at the car. And so that's going to force him to fall back over here towards this angle. Flashbangs over 20 seconds. Skadoodle picking up the first one, picks up the second one. So he's shut down over there towards the CT side. And he turns on him. You're kidding me. You are kidding me.
What a play from Skadoodle.
Wow, Skadoodle shutting down that CT side. And he picks up that last one all the way around. Just a great job there by Skadoodle. And so that's the way that you want this one to kind of pan out. So they are just one round away from winning this best of 3 against Titan.
And Skadoodle's just been on point for the last couple tournaments he's played in. You know, his op is just so effective lately.
He's matured so greatly. You know, one of the things that you watch from him, from when he started back in 2012 with CS, you know, he's really matured over the years, and he's really become a Counter-Strike opper. And his approach, his style, he still kept his unique style in terms of being a little bit more aggressive, watching those tight angles. But then after he makes that shot, it's the CSGO mentality after that shot, right? So he knows what to do next. It's not just that one individual kill. He knows what to do to follow. And so now
Titan's stuck in a really hard place because these smokes are just delaying him so much.
So Swag is going to get caught out there, but he will get dropped there by Kenny S on a nice trade. Now Skadoodle gets another one onto Kenny S. Skadoodle just playing so well, slowing them down, and another headshot. Skadoodle playing out of his own shoes here. And Maniac is going to be on the flank. It's maybe a little too late here. 30 seconds left here. And it's going to be weird for a moment there, as Maniac, he is flanking right now. But the reality is it's not even going to make a difference now, because it's not going to look like he's flanking, because he's now coming through the front entrance here. Skadoodle right there, watching the cross, and he legs him, or shot him through, I guess, the corner, but Skadoodle picking up that one. Existence, 10 HP. This is what it comes down to it. Can he be able to stay alive here? It is not going to happen. So iBUYPOWER is going to take this one against Titan. And they're going to face off against the winner of Denial and Cloud9, which I believe at this point it is Denial.
Yes, it is. And just Skadoodle coming up so big. The impact that Kenny S has with his op at the end of that second half. And Skadoodle says, I can do you one better, and I'll do it in overtime.
What a great job by Skadoodle. And the time that it matters the most, in the overtime, Skadoodle comes so clutch there.